Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about the brand new Guerlain holiday collection, the animal fantasy collection. It's so rich, it's so extra, and that's today's video. But before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. A few days ago, I was just browsing online, as I do, and I saw that Guerlain had launched their holiday release here in Canada on the Guerlain website directly. And I don't know what happened, but I seem to have entered some sort of fugue state. And I purchased basically everything from this collection here. There are several items and I bought almost all of them. Let's go ahead and talk about that. According to the site, a makeup homage to Guerlain's Animal Kingdom. For this holiday season, Violette, the head director, has imagined a limited edition fantasy festive collection with a dream-like twist and an offbeat chic inspired by the Animal Kingdom. Sophisticated colors meet fantastic animal prints. Yeah, that is 100% what has happened here. There are two new animal fantasy cases. There's one called Feline Fantasy, which is this beautiful green leopard print. And then there's a second one called Glittery Tiger, rare. And that's what I got. I got Glittery Tiger. I don't know why I don't need it, but I wanted it and I got it. So here we are. And it's so pretty. Like, the camera doesn't do this justice. The glitter is so glittery. It's iridescent. You know, if you tilt your head, it shifts to a different color, and it's felt, and you can feel the texture. It is so beautiful. So those are the two cases there. And then there are, of course, lip colors available. In the promo photos, they are featuring the darker reds and cherry blacks, but I went with this shade 521 Pink Flamingo because the makeup look itself is very intense. There's a lot of dark hues, so I thought for myself that Pink Flamingo would just be better suited, and I don't have that many pink or neutral, nudie lip colors from Guerlain, so I thought this would be better here. And I believe this one here is a velvet finish, yes. So even though it looks a little bit creamy here, it actually is one of their matte velvet lipsticks, which I'm very excited about. These are fantastic lipsticks. So I got a new lipstick and a new case, and I got the eyeshadow palette itself. This is 879 Glittery Tiger, so I went with the matching set. I wasn't certain which animal print to go with, but I decided to do a matchy moment, and this is the exact same. You get your tiger stripes with your beautiful glittery, oh, it's so extra, it's so gorgeous here. And I should give you the prices as well. So the cases are 48 Canadian. I think that's the regular price. The lipsticks are 44 Canadian. The eyeshadow quad was 105 Canadian. I don't know what I was thinking. I just saw it and I was like, yes, click. So this is the palette here. Now, I saw this online a few times and I really wasn't certain because online I thought that the eggplant was like a deep warm red, but it's more of an eggplant purple plum than anything else. And I think that this could be an interesting color challenge. I think it could be fun. I think that this color palette is very different. It isn't just like a basic smoky eye. It isn't just a warm quad. I like that Violette FR does think outside the box and does very interesting color stories, you know. She doesn't shy away from blue or purple or just interesting color stories. We've seen this with spring and summer releases, and we're seeing it again here. So the purple plum color is the only matte. Everything else is more buttery and softer and more satiny. Not a chunky glitter, but just more satiny. I would say that just by touching it, the matte one felt a little bit more dry, which is normal. But this feels wonderful, and I think this is going to be a very interesting color story. And you can see it's not red, it's purpley plum. Very pretty, very interesting. I also got the bronzing powder here. This is the bronzing powder, 96% naturally derived ingredients, terracotta golden leopard holiday edition. This is 68 Canadian. Do I need this? No. Did I buy it? Yes. And again, this looks so pretty. This is just like golden leopard print. So pretty. It looks better in person than it does in the photo, I promise you. It just, the shift is so nice. You can sort of see like, almost looks like liquefied gold, but then put back into a powder. It's so pretty. And I think it's interesting to add a bronzer to a holiday look because you don't often see bronzers with holiday collections. And this seems to be some sort of like bronzer highlighter. It says a festive, seamless bronzed glow. And there is highlighter in here. I'm gonna go ahead and do a swatch. I'll see if I can sort of swatch these separately because there are in fact 3 shades. There are 2 mattes and then 1 shimmery. And so those are these 3 little swipes here. So this is going to be a bronzer slash highlighter glow product. It's going to be multi-purpose and I'm going to try to go in lightly because I think it's going to add a lot of punch and it's going to be very pretty. Unfortunately, this only comes in 1 shade, so it is what it is. Now, this is called Terracotta Golden Leopard. I'm not sure if this is a repeat or not. If it is, leave a comment down below. And then last but not least, I got the pearls. I got the Meteorite pearls. Now, these pearls, the color itself is a repeat. I was hoping for the holidays this would be a highlighter, but because this is a bronzer highlighter, they're not going to do 2. I get that. I actually don't own the Meteorite pearls in this shade here. I have the Meteorite pearls in the compact here. This is number 2 light. So this is just the compact. This is not the Meteorite. It is the Meteorite pearls, but it's the compact, not the loose pearls. And then I have the pearls, the blush version from a couple years ago. I was hoping they would come out with more blush versions. It smells gorgeous, but these are the blush pearls, so different. And then I also got one from like some sort of Brazil collection, whatever that was a few years ago. What was it called? Like, I want to say Brazilian Fizz. Yeah, that makes sense. It was this one here. So it is different. It's not the exact same. So I did not get any repeats, but if you already own a canister of the Meteorite pearls in number 2, these ones here are the exact same colors. Do with that information what you will. I got this because I don't have these, so it was a perfect excuse for me. This looks like dragon scales. It's giving House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones. Very, very pretty. And this, the color scheme matches the other lipstick case better, but whatever. I went with this one here, and this is what the pearls look like. Hopefully not too much spillage happening, but okay. This is what they look like here. So I'll go ahead and use that later. And these are 84 Canadian plus tax. Now, because I ordered this online, I was able to get some samples. So we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of skincare with you. When you order online, you get 3 samples. You can do makeup, skincare, or hair. I went just with skincare this time. So I got a sample of the Abeille Royale Honey Night Treatment, Night Cream, so I'll keep that for a later time. Then I got the Double Repair Eye Serum. I want to try this, so we're going to go ahead and test this out live in a minute. And then I also got another sample of the Orchid Cream. I love this moisturizer so much, so we're going to go ahead and do that. So this Double R Renew and Repair Eye Serum is supposed to give you radiance and a lifting effect. Interesting. I think I put on a little bit too much, but whatever. I'll just have a very hydrated under eye, and then I'll keep the rest of the sample here when I need to clean up my under eye, because some of these colors are a bit dark, so I suspect that I will need to do that. It feels nice. So it's 2 products. One feels a little bit more tacky, like a clear serum, and one feels a bit more milky and a bit more moisturizing. When you get the actual product itself, you can see the pump is just 1 spout, so both of the products get injected at the same time, and it feels a little bit tacky. I'm just giving myself a little bit of an eyebrow lift here. And it helps place the brows as well. Okay, and now let's go into my Orchidée Impériale cream. This is the Complete Care. I love this moisturizer so much. It's a very rich day cream, and the problem with the Orchid line is once you try it, you sort of see what the fuss is about. Although this does have a scent to it, so be mindful of that. But if it's a sample, obviously you're not committing to a full size, which is nice, but it just feels so rich and cocooning instantly. I'm cheating here by adding some Hourglass eyeshadow primer. I don't even know if Guerlain has an eyeshadow primer. I know they have concealer, and a lot of companies will just say to use their concealer as a primer. I need a real deal eyeshadow glue here just to hold everything down. And then I'm going to use a bit of eyebrow gel. This is from Clé de Peau. Use any eyebrow gel you have. Using my Kiss Kiss Bee Glow in the shade 309 Honey Glow, I'm using this as a lip primer. It's a beautiful lip balm with a bit of tint, so this will help keep my lips moisturized while we do the rest of the face. And then when I put on my matte lipstick, everything will be nice and smooth. If we look at the Guerlain website, they have offered us some inspiration, and they have gone bold. They've gone with green and that purpley plum and that yellow and that soft pink. So this is definitely a palette that you could go creatively ham on. However, I think I'm going to try to do something a bit more wearable. I'll do 2 different eye looks, and they will look wild because they're going to be 2 completely different color stories, but I do like how creative they've been in the photos. But as much as I could go high fashion with these looks, I think you're here because you want something a bit more approachable. Starting off with this matte plum. On the website, they used one of the little sponge tip applicators, the one that's very tapered, and they used it as eyeliner. And I've done this in the past with other palettes from the brand, and this actually works really well. So that's what we'll do today. I'm impressed that this little sponge tip applicator works so nicely to do a thin line, but it does. So this color, it looks like a deep plummy purple. It has no red, which I am so relieved by. I was quite concerned and shocked when I saw that the first time. I was like, wait, what have they done? But no, it's definitely a beautiful deep purple. And I would say the application goes quite nicely. Now using a pencil brush here, this is from Sigma. All the brushes that I'm using, everything that I'm wearing and mentioning is listed in the description box down below. Please go ahead and check that out. I'm going to go into this beautiful light pink color here. And this eye here is going to be very light, very natural. I could have used this light color all over the lid, but this eye, this side here is going to be very light and very fresh. And I might add a little bit more of that deep plum just on the bottom lashes here. I think this eye is going to be way more dramatic. So let's dive in. I have the Refer 29 brush here. Let's go into this beautiful green here. Now it's interesting because in a lot of the photos, they've used the green, the purple mixed together, which is very lovely, but it's just a very dramatic look. And I might do that at a later time. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, you definitely should go ahead and do that. I talk a lot about luxury beauty. I focus on a lot of French brands, and I like to use and reuse my content, well, not my content, but my collections a lot. So you'll get a lot of inspiration at home on how to use up what you already own. So if you're not subscribed, you should definitely do so. There is a little bit of fallout here on this side with the green color. The green is almost, it has a little bit of a goldish yellow shift to it, a little bit. I am tempted to go into the purple mixed together because they make it look so nice. I would never think of combining them together. Maybe I will just a little bit, just a whisper of this purple here. Just in the outer corner. I love when brands take a bit of a risk with holiday collections and do color stories that are different. You know, obviously we've all seen beautiful dark gray smoky eyes or beautiful warm gold smoky eyes, but this color combination is so different and it's very creative, and I like that. It's a bit different, and I don't know, as someone who's been in the makeup world for quite some time, I feel sometimes like I've seen it all. And so when they come out with something new, I'm just like, oh, that's interesting, that's creative. Okay. It's adding a little bit of depth. I didn't add too much, and I was a bit worried that adding the purple with the green would turn into like a bruise, but I think I have officially like avoided the bruised color here. Just looks a bit different. Okay. Now, what if I go back into that plum color and trace under the bottom lashes here? I'm telling you guys, these sponges are good. They're not good for blending, they're good for applying. I'm just, you know, tapping some of that purple on the bottom lashes here. I'll add a little bit more. And then blend. I have a little bit of fallout, so I'll just take a Q-tip from before and a little bit of my eye cream and clean this up. I think it's the green that's giving a little bit of fallout here. It's very dark, so it's not that surprising. I do want to add a little bit more on this side, but I'm going to do mascara and then do the face, and then I'll add more in the inner corner. I could have done the same thing with this eye here. For the mascara, I don't have one from Guerlain. I have a new one from Clinique. It's great. It's called like the High Intense, what's it called? High Impact Mascara in black. I'm gonna put some of that on. It's really good. Okay, mascara done. I'm going into my Terracotta Le Teint foundation in the shade 3N Neutral. Now I got a sample of this the last time I made a purchase from Guerlain, and when you get a sample of the foundation, you get a lot of product. It's 5 milliliters, so it's just a lot of foundation. So just think of that next time you get a sample. I didn't get more foundation samples because this is enough for me. Just do a little bit more, little squeeze more. If I'm not mistaken, this foundation comes in both a matte and a glow version. I think this is the glow, or like the natural finish. I think the matte one is a little bit nicer, but they're both very pretty. Very natural, like your skin, but better. Like a soft, light to medium coverage. It is very, very pretty. I don't have a full size of Guerlain foundation, just the samples. But this one, very, very, very nice, very pretty. I like any foundation that looks like my skin. I don't want to look like I'm wearing makeup, and this does that for me. For the concealer, I don't have one from Guerlain, so I'm going into my Armani Luminous Silk in the shade 5.5. This one has a little bit of peach to it. I kind of wish it had a bit more, but it'll do, and it's very liquidy. So I guess there was no point in adding eyeshadow in the inner corner here because I'm about to erase it with concealer, but I'll go ahead and just do that a second time. All right, that's done. Let's go into the pearls. Let's give these a good little shake. Now, when I took some videos yesterday of these before, you know, filming, I opened it and I was able somehow to open it and get like a beautiful puff of product, but I don't know if that's gonna work. Oh, there we go. You know, sometimes you do something unintentionally and you create some magic and then you try to do it again and it doesn't work. So I'm just gonna go in, dip these around. I feel like it's a magic potion that I'm just like brewing here in front of you. I'm using the Guerlain Meteorite brush. Use any brush, like any powder brush you want. It's so pretty. It smells absolutely gorgeous. At this point, I'm just adding more because I just want to keep playing with these because they're so pretty. And the case is gorgeous. Would you call it a case or a canister? I think I would call it a canister. But anyway, it's so pretty. Now, let's go into my beautiful terracotta golden leopard. Let's have one last look at this before I absolutely wreck it with my brush. Now, I have the Guerlain Kabuki brush here. I think I'll go ahead and use this, but I don't know. I have it, I like it, but I want to go in with a bit more control, and that one just like, it's really big and really dense, and it picks up a lot. So I'm just going to go ahead and use a blush brush. This is the Chanel blush brush. I'm just going to pick up some product. Okay, it's not too intense. I was really worried at first that it would just be like super intense and super dark. I think that the highlighter that we saw a second ago was an overlay, because if you look back to my records here, there was some shimmer on here that seems to have evaporated. Interesting. This definitely had glitter or some sort of sparkle on it a second ago, correct? Like I'm not going crazy, right? Where did it go? Okay, I just went like this and it's gone. Okay. I do think that there is a little bit of highlight, but it's more of, well, there is some luminosity, but that's disappointing. I was not expecting that at all. Like it really, like, where did it go? Where did it go? I guess it was just an overspray. That's disappointing. It's pretty, but it's just, that's not what I thought would happen. Suspicious. I'm going to add a bit of blush now. I'm going into my Dior Backstage Rosy Glow blush because it's just really easy and simple. It looks really pretty. I don't know what to say, guys. I did not expect that to just be an overspray. If I hadn't recorded that a second ago, I would have thought that I was like going insane. But there is luminosity. It's just not going to be quite as much highlighter as I thought it would be. Let's go back into the beautiful tiger stripe quad here. I'm going back into my pink color. And I'm just going to add a little bit more on the inner corner because the concealer sort of erased some of that. And then I'll put a little bit under the brow bone just to highlight. And I'll put a little bit on this side as well. Then using one of the other sponge tip applicators, let's go into the gold here. And we're going to put some of this on the inner corner and connect it with that plummy color. Final touches, let's go into my tiger stripe pink flamingo lipstick here. I think that this is a good lipstick for this look here because it is quite intense. I suppose it's intense because I'm sporting two entirely different looks here. This is a pretty pink. It's like, it's pink flamingo, but it's not that flashy. At first, I thought when I did the first swipe that it would be very flashy, but I think it actually goes well with both colors here. It's a nice color. Okay, so now an important decision down in the comments. Vote. Did you prefer look number 1 here? Very simple, just a little wing, a little bit of the pink, or look number 2, the more bold, more festive look? These are two very extreme, like they're extremes of each other. They're really like, there's nothing in common except for some of the shades. So I understand if it's going to be a bit jarring, but I just wanted to show you how versatile this is. Like this look here, like that's for any day, any office wear, 9 to 5, like so simple, like a little bit of the line, a little bit of the pink, and some mascara. Anyone can wear this. It's so easy. This one here is more bold, it's more fun, and I just want it to be a bit more creative. But I think there's definitely a lot of room in between these two looks. There's nuance to be had with maybe the plum and the pink, but a bit smoked out, or maybe the pink all over here and a little bit of the plum, the green and more of the gold. Like, there's just a lot to play with here. So what do I think? I think the palette is gorgeous. I love the leopard print. I love the glitter. I really love the color story. It's fun. It's a little eclectic. It's different. Points for that. I love the quality. I think it's very easy to use and that it's very blendable. I understand if it's maybe not the most user-friendly, it may be a bit intimidating. I get that. But you don't have to use all 4 at once. You could just use 2 and it'd be perfectly fine. So just keep that in mind. The lipstick, I love the texture. I love the velvet formula. It's an interesting pink. I may not have picked this up in person, but I like it. I like it a lot. And the canister, I love it because I never had these these pearls in a canister before, so I'm very happy to get them. Now, the leopard print, I feel a little bit bamboozled because this was supposed to be glitter. This was supposed to be highlighter. It says highlighter, doesn't it? Hold on. A festive, seamless, bronzed glow. I mean, I do have a bronzed glow, but is it because I used all of the highlighter in one shot? I feel a bit bamboozled here. Because if you look at the promo photo, it has pools of highlighter in there that are gone. So that's very rude. I'm not sure what I think about that. Why? Like, I feel like I have other bronzers from Guerlain that have maintained their, well, this one's been ransacked. This is the Terracotta Light in 03 Medium, medium warm. But there's 3 colors in here that I've just like swirled together, but they're still there. So I don't know. Like, I'm not someone who's bought tons of Guerlain terracotta bronzers. So let me know in the comments if this has happened to you before. I will keep using it and I'll see if it gives me more glow or if it was just a one-shot deal. Unsure about that. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the Guerlain holiday collection. Leave a comment below and make sure to vote on look 1 or 2. And let me know which looks you want me to recreate or do with this palette here. If there's certain looks or certain colors you want me to utilize next, leave a comment down below. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.